Hello, BookTube, and welcome back to my channel. We are here for another March of the Poems, and this time it is about a poet that BookTube just won't shut up about. I hear his name everywhere. He's always popping up on Poetry Thursdays, just taking over on those days. I figure I'm a trend follower, not a trendsetter, so of course I have to join in and talk about Chidiock Tichborne. Because everybody else is doing it. And I'd hate to be the only person not here talking about Chidiock Tichborne. He was a very popular poet, apparently. He wrote this poem before his execution by Queen Elizabeth I, and it became a very popular poem of the Age of Elizabeth, set to musical settings that are still around today. So because everybody's talking about Chidiock Tichborne, I'm going to talk about Chidiock Tichborne and read Tichborne's Elegy. So, yeah. My prime of youth is but a frost of cares. My feast of joy is but a dish of pain. My crop of corn is but a field of tares, and all my good is but vain hope of gain. The day is past, and yet I saw no sun, and now I live, and now my life is done. My tale was heard, and yet it was not told. My fruit is fallen, and yet my leaves are green. My youth is spent, and yet I am not old. I saw the world, and yet I was not seen. My thread is cut, and yet it is not spun. And now I live, and now my life is done. I sought my death and found it in my womb. I looked for life and saw it was a shade. I trod the earth and knew it was my tomb. And now I die, and now I was but made. My glass is full, and now my glass is run. And now I live, and now my life is done. By Chidiock Tichborne. So there you go. Now that I've read him, everybody else will have done it already, I'm sure, because you just can't go anywhere without hearing Chidiock Tichborne and his poetry. So I'm glad that I can finally make my contribution to this and become one of the cool kids that is talking about Chidiock Tichborne on his channel. So join me tomorrow for a poem by Robert Southwell, the other poet that you just can't go anywhere without hearing more about. Trendsetters everywhere, and I've definitely got to follow their lead. So Harold Bloom is just taking me through the best poems of the English language, and I'm getting introduced to about 108 different poets, I think it is, in this volume. And a lot of them are going to be new to me, and probably new to you too, but not Chidiock Tichborne, because everybody knows him. And I hope you have a great day. Stay tuned, because there will be a shelf tour for the rest of my fantasy coming very, very soon today.